Today we're going to talk about drug regulation. This is too much. Take two, go. Did you not press the button? 3. It's still too dark. I can't do this. I can't see anything. Okay, right, stop that. Okay, I'm going to talk about drug regulation and how it's not all just about, you know, being weird.
Say cheese.
Parties and fun. There's another side to drugs that we need to look at. Today I'm going to talk about drugs with a guy called John, who knows a lot about drugs.
Yeah, my name's John Robbins. I've spent the last 6 years working in different substance misuse services. I've worked in criminal justice drug treatment. I've worked more at the aftercare and recovery side of things, and I currently work for a outreach and peer support organisation, small charity. And I come from a substance misuse background myself. Cocaine was my drug of choice.
Oh, I'm trying not to cry, but that's why I'm moving around.
Sorry,
I
I didn't mean to make you.
Do you think if drugs were regulated, they could be used for medicinal, you know, therapeutic and recreational purposes? Would they all work together, you know, recreational, therapeutic and medicinal?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, there's huge potential that has often been, you know, locked down through drug regulation that has meant that research into pharmaceuticals and potential benefits are, you know, have, you know, just gone by the wayside.
Okay, we're talking about education with drugs. What kind of things do you think would help society move forward in terms of...
Education is invaluable from an early age. You know, there are... for example, I do drug awareness talks for different colleges. And that's always, you know, a really interesting experience. And the talks that I do come from a standpoint of, look, if you're going to do drugs, there's a safer way to do them. The safest way is don't do them, full stop.
But humans and our nature, it's going to happen. Yeah. Any generation, it's going to happen.
You know, I don't think it's necessarily true. It's just historical precedent in the way particular cultures have developed, in the way our culture has developed, that alcohol and tobacco, the things that have been you know, the kind of core part of what our society has been developed on.
Yeah.
What you have is a situation, though, where many drugs are also available to use. People will always find them. People will always be able to get hold of them. Police, criminal justice services, all the way up to the top, that these things are actually allowed to happen. Not through any grand conspiracy, just through the nature of humanity being, but at its very core, you know, like... we don't live in a fair society, so we need to have in place regulations, rules and understanding that mean that we understand the natural frailties of human nature, and that we can put in place things that protect us from those frailties, because wherever there's drugs, wherever there's human interaction, wherever there is a need or a desire to feel better, these problems are going to occur. As I always say in group, you've got to remember, human beings are not designed to be happy. No. We're survival machines. We're designed to stay alive.
Yes.
Happiness is a byproduct.
Yes.
You know, I can get it kind of, the rationale of the psychoactive substances bill recently was around, you know, anything that isn't coffee, nicotine, alcohol, poppers randomly, is banned, even substances that don't exist yet. You know, so anything that has a psychoactive effect is illegal to supply. So if you think about that includes everything. So by blanket definition, you're saying that everything is harmful. All of these things lead to a situation where people are using more drugs in more dangerous situations, in more difficult environments with more stress, more mental health issues. It leads to more overdoses, more suicides, more hospitalizations. You know, so you can't isolate one particular thing that is the cause of this, but you can start to see that just criminalising this is putting the cart before the horse. You know, it's the wrong way round.
Yes,
you know,
exactly.
You're criminalising the results of policies that have been shown to fail again and again and again.
Babylon, me say, but what they got? Babylon, me say, but what they got?